Hi, welcome back to Yo Rabbi. I'm your host, Rabbi Joshua Corber. My next question comes from Nicole of Vancouver, British Columbia, who asks, what do you think of non-Orthodox conversions? Thank you, Nicole. So, I'm a conservative rabbi, so that means that I accept as valid conservative conversions and Orthodox conversions automatically. When it comes to Reconstructionist conversions and conversions of renewal and reform rabbis, I won't get into defining all these different denominations, but when it comes to those conversions, I need to ask a few questions. I need to ask a little bit about those rabbis. Hopefully I know them or know of them and can know a little bit about their process and know a little bit about the process of the individual who underwent conversion as well. Just so that I know that person and I know how that conversion went for them and what the circumstances were. For the Rambam, who is also known as Maimonides, one of the most important scholars of the medieval period, he's the first codifier of the Talmud, and he's widely regarded as being the most authoritative source of Jewish law today. For him, he understood the Talmud to require three elements in order to be valid: Torah, mikvah, and milah. Torah being the acceptance of Torah commandments upon themselves, mikvah, immersion in a ritual bath, and milah, circumcision. Brit milah, to be exact. Brit milah means ritual circumcision or circumcision for the covenant. If a man is already circumcised, we'll do something called hatafat dam brit, which means we take a tiny pinprick of blood, and all male converts who I've spoken to about this say that it's virtually painless and way less scary than they thought. Mikvah, also ritual immersion is required. This is immersion in a body of natural water. Need to be naked because that represents spiritual rebirth and physical rebirth, and you're starting a new life when you convert. And then finally, Torah. Torah is the most important aspect of it in some ways because it occupies most of the education for conversion. And this is where I'll differ with both my Reform and Orthodox colleagues. For my Orthodox colleagues, accepting Torah upon yourself when you want to undergo conversion means that you're expected to follow halakha to a very, very detailed extent, and that if you don't, you retroactively nullify your conversion. Some of my Orthodox colleagues believe this, and so they can make the conversion process very difficult and arduous for some people. Now, I don't hold that opinion, and conservative Judaism in general doesn't hold that opinion. Most conservative rabbis don't, that if you don't practice Jewish law after you convert, that it nullifies. We don't believe that conversion can be nullified. I understand Jewish law to mean that once you accept Torah law upon yourself, you do accept Jewish law upon yourself. But if you don't follow it from that moment forward, it doesn't nullify. Meaning, you're still Jewish, you just are not, there's just certain commandments that you have said that you're going to follow that you're not following anymore, and we don't judge individuals for what they do in their personal life, and we don't inquire either. For Reform rabbis, I understand that halakha is of slightly less importance, which means that the actual halakha lamase, the actual Jewish law and details itself, are not as important as the underlying Torah values that are there. So I differ from that as well, because for me, Jewish law has details that are important spiritually, and so I require Torah, mikvah, and milah. I'm just like the Rambam, and I'm sure every rabbi will say that they're also just like the Rambam, in that they require those three elements to be present. Where the difference is what Torah means. That's where we all draw our own lines, and so it's a case-by-case basis. So I hope that's helpful for you and for others out there who are thinking about conversion and wondering about it. Torah, mikvah, milah. That's conversion, according to Rabbi Joshua Corber and according to Maimonides. So that means something. What's your question? Write to yorabbi170@gmail.com. Have a great day.